We are back with some more Google Earth shenanigans today. We're still on the continent of Europe, but we're in a different country altogether this time. We are going to be building something from the beautiful country of Sweden. Now, whenever I think about Sweden, I always imagine these timber-framed, red-painted, beautiful houses that are always kind of near lakes or beautiful vistas, forests, in the snow. That's my kind of vibe that I always think about with houses from Sweden. And that's probably a generic way because there are plenty of different architecture types in Sweden. But this is the one that I want to get down and dirty with today. So what we're going to do now is fly on over to Google Earth and we're going to fly through Sweden. I found the perfect house that I want to build today. And that is indeed what we're going to do. And here we are, my darlings, in the beautiful country of Sweden, right next to one of their beautiful lakes. I love the fact that these houses here can literally just walk across this road and get right in to the water. Yes, it will be cold, but that's kind of in the culture as well. We're going to be building a sauna to kind of make that feeling of that culture come alive today. So that's what I really want to do. I want a little separate sauna from the house in question. The house is just around this bend. I absolutely fell in love with it when I was walking around here earlier. But everything is just so bloody cute. Look at the frames on the windows. I love the fact that most of them have this like tin roof as well, which we're probably going to make apparent today. I think that's what I want to do. And then I also, look at this car here. Where's Corella DeVille? Maybe it's those two there sitting on the... But look at them two having the best time. Look at him with his little hands on his knees and his little socks and his hat. Very much for that. Oh, they've got a little picnic table. I bet you any money this is their car. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I do love exploring with Google Earth. I really do. The house that I fell in love with is this one coming up here. I just think it's so cute. Let's go a bit further forward. Look at this. Just look at that. That is just so idyllic. It really is. So there's two kind of separate houses. I don't think I'm going to do two. I don't know. Maybe we could. Maybe we could do like the kitchen and living room in one and then like a couple of bedrooms in the other. We could do that. I wasn't going to do that in the beginning, but I'm kind of feeling it now. This little separate area here, that to me looks like a garage, but I think that's what I want to make the sauna kind of look like, separate to the house itself. But I just love it. I love the fact that these have got awnings as well on the window. I think that probably would be because of where the sun position is. If the sun comes through there, it could blare through these windows. I'm unsure. Don't know if I'm going to do that, but I do like the way that this looks. And I also love the trellis that kind of connects in the two houses together. So we will do two. And I'm going to do it the way that I've just said. So they're all going to say on single story. I'm going to do the couple bedrooms in this one here. And then we'll do the living and kitchen area in another one. I just like that idea. I think that's nice. Don't know where I'm going to build just yet. I'm probably going to build in Copperdale, I think. Just because of the trees and stuff and maybe the water with the lakes. I could build in Granite Falls as well. That would kind of make sense too. But I think I want to build in Copperdale. So that is indeed what we're going to do today. And I can't bloody wait. I'm very excited for it indeed. So let's fly on over to the world of Copperdale. I'm going to find the perfect lot and we are going to get building. And so here we are in the world of Copperdale on a 30 by 30 lot. I think this lot is going to be the most similar as what we possibly can get really in the existing Sims 4 worlds. And I think this is going to be a substantial sized lot, to be honest. I think it's going to be okay. There are no kind of road kind of connections to this lot, so that's not going to really be as realistic as what we can get it. But I don't care. I don't care. And we are making a bloody start today. Here we go. So let's make a start on this house here first. It's all one house, but we're just going to have two separate dwellings, shall we say. So if I can make it maybe around about that size? Question mark? I think so. I think that could be okay. Unless we actually do a 6 wide. Is that going to be too wide? You know what? I think we can get away with a 6 wide, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to plonk you to around about here. No, a little bit further forward. 2 more, please. Yeah, there. Because I do want to get some kind of fence, just a fence in this area. And I might go into a bit of debug today. And as always with this series, I do play around with custom content as well. So I am going to be using some custom content today too. If I can get... that's not a big enough gap. You need to come over here. maybe if we flopped you around about there and then just moved you like 2 more there like that. I reckon we could do a 2-bedroom. I think that should suffice. Yes. Now this area here does have some kind of boot room, so I am going to do that. A little porch off to the side here. Around. I kind of want you in the middle, really. I'm going to do you in the middle. I can do that there. And there's also a little conservatory area here. So I'm going to put that on the edge of that too. Yes, that should suffice rather deliciously. And then what I want to do is get a sauna in. So I'm going to plonk the sauna. Maybe, let's get that grid on, sorry. If I can go, I can't remember how big the sauna needs to be. I think it's that. I think that is the size of the sauna. So I'm going to flop the sauna around about there, actually. Yeah, you can stay. You can absolutely stay there. We're going to figure out some roofing. So flaps out with this one, my darlings. All flaps out. Eaves are out. Flaps are out. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You know, it is quite a low profile, though. It's round about, yeah, that kind of position. And then I'm going to move you across to there. And I'm also just going to copy you and whiffle you around this way and flop you onto there as well. They're exactly the same size, which is nice. We do have a smaller one of these roofs on this point here. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to flop you all the way along like that. Bring you all the way to there, my darling. And then grab you and flop you on here as well. We may as well. We're here, you know. So let's grab you on there and flop you to there too. This one here looks like it's got some kind of half-hipped roof. Actually, I think it's gabled. I think it's a half-gabled roof. Yeah. So I'm going to flop a half-gabled on. What way is it going? It's going downwards, so it is this way. I might tuck those flaps in, though, today. Just a couple of flaps are being tucked in this afternoon. I'm going to flop you across there. And I think that's going to suffice. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. So we need to find the perfect wooden kind of like siding and the perfect colour. So here's hoping. I was playing around with a few then, and a few looked good, even some in-game ones, but I think I'm going to go for Peacemaker's palatial planking in that tone there. Je ne sais quoi. You know, what more can be said? And this is all being done in this colour. Because this is... Oh, I just love them. It's such an iconic look for a building. It really is. One of my favourite YouTubers, Jonna Yinton. I don't know how to say her surname. I never know. She lives in a beautiful place in Sweden. And her videos just give me peace. They really do. Are there any Jonna's fans out there? I'd be interested to know. She's also a Sims fan as well, which makes me love her even more. Yeah, let me know if you watch any of her channel, because I absolutely love it. I really do. Now, the top, it is a corrugated iron. It's like this. Corrugated metal even. But this one is like an orangey colour. Or it's more of a red colour, really. I don't know whether to go for that or just go for like the grey. I think I'm going to go for the grey, just because the one in the reference image is a little bit redder and it seems to match in a lot better than what the orange does. So I'm going to stick with the grey, I think, just checking both my monitors. Yeah, we're going to go for this one. Unless I do a black. Let's see what the black would look like as well. Oh, I like that. I do kind of like the black. I think I'm going to do the black. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do it. We're doing the black. I like the contrast between that. Beautiful job. And on each edge of the build, there is a white pillar. So I'm going to pop these in each of the places. I want them, to be honest. So round here we go, my darling. And yeah, we'll do it on the sauna as well. Why bloody not, you know? And we'll get them on every corner. So the windows. I don't know what windows to use. I think what I want to go for is probably Harry's coastal windows. I think those windows would match in really well with the vibe that we've got going on here. So let me pick out the windows, the doors, and we'll put them around on the build together. So windows and doors have been chosen, and I've also made a little bit of a floor plan as well. I'll talk you through that first. So this is where the entrance is going to come into the bedroom house, we're going to call it, with a bathroom here, a smaller bedroom here, and then a bigger bedroom on that area there. Now for this level here, I decided to keep it more open plan. So we've got a little entrance area here, complete with a boot room area. I'm going to do over here, I think. Saying that then, what I'm going to do is make that apparent like that. So we can also have access into another bathroom in this area here. And then what this area here is going to be is I'm probably going to put the living room area over on this part maybe, with the kitchen around here, and then also some kind of dining room. That's what I want to do. And then obviously the little sauna too. So let's get the windows on. I've used a mixture. I'm going to use Harry's coastal windows. I'm going to put them there. The coastal windows there. Found some trellis as well. Now it's not perfect, but I think it's just going to... It's going to allow me to kind of play around with that vibe that we've got from the reference image itself. So I'm just going to put a nice bit of trellis there. And I'm going to have a path coming down this way. And this is going to be the kind of main entrance path up to where the main... Well, not the main house is, but the entertaining space. So we'll have a path going off there. Anyway, moving on. So I wanted a bigger window because in the reference image, they do have like a bigger window into what will be the kind of living room area. So I'm going to flop you to around about there. I'm then going to use these two, flop these, one there and one there. In fact, I'm going to move you in just a little smidgen so I can move that along a little bit more as well. In fact, you can stay there like this. Oh, I'm very much for that. Very much for that indeed. And then this area here is acting as a bit of a sunroom, really. I'm going to have access out from it too. And then bring these windows all the way around and just line this whole area of the building them. Yeah, there we go. Stunning. Something like that, I think. Two windows here as well going into the hallway. I'm going to flop one around there and another around there like that. Gorgeous. And then onto the other side. I'm going to do 3 windows across on this point. So let's start off with the actual bathroom area itself. I'm going to flop one to around about there. How many is that out there? It's almost 4 really, or 3 from that one. So it should be maybe there. Does that look right? That looks right. And then hopefully we can get that smack bang in the middle. I think that's going to work. Yes. There's your bloody windows. Love it. And then for the porch area, I'm going to use these same windows, but I've just gone for a bit more of a plainer vibe with these one compared to the sunroom. Flop them either side there. And then have this door from the Coastal Collection there. This one's going on here like this. And I'm going to flop that one up there like that. I also used the same door for the sauna as well. The same door as what we used out there, just a different version once again. And then on this side, all I'm going to do is just pop one window right into that bedroom like that. Do I want to do 2? Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do one there and one there. Just so it adds a little bit of interest onto that side. Yes, that's the vibe. Yeah, cute. I very much like this. I think this is going to work deliciously. So what I want to do before we move on to the landscaping, I just want to map in all of the pathways and the stuff where I'm going to be putting soil and stuff. This is a big, huge garden. I'm going to have this as a striped lawn, I think. So I'm going to leave that completely free and just have a nice big grassy moment there. I might even put a swing set out there, considering I'm going to be doing a child's bedroom, I think. I think that would work out quite nicely. Now, I can't really tell what they're using for a path. It looks to me like gravel, and gravel would make sense, so it doesn't crack and stuff in the snow and things. So I think I'm going to go down the route and use some gravel to do the pathways. And I am. So what we're going to do is just bring this gravel all the way down to here. And this is going to be, as I said, the main kind of pathway into the house. It will cut across here slightly because I do want to connect it in with a garden. This is kind of fenced in around here, and I do want to make that apparent as well. The fence that they're using almost seems to be a bit more of a modern sort of like netted fence, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to go a bit more traditional with the fence that I'm going to use for this house. So Bob's your uncle. There you go. Right, I'm going to plot you all the way along to there, and I think I'm going to have this whole area gravelled up to around about here. If I can grab you there and then bring you all the way in. And do I want to do a path behind this? I know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do some hedges and stuff there just to make it look pretty. Yeah, all the way along there. And then let's just get this bit bigger like this. Just gravel that whole area in like that. Yes. And then bring it back down. And then, as I said, I do want a pathway connecting in through this area of the house. Do I want that as gravel? I think I do. Yeah, I'm going to do all of this as gravel as well. So plop you around about there. And then I'm going to work out the space that I want to have this fence. I think maybe that's a bit too big. Let's start off around about there, actually. And I'm going to come out just... I think that could work, yeah. Let's come out to around about there. Bring you all the way along. Plop you down to there. And then I'm going to wrap that whole area in a fence. But before I do that, I want to get rid of you, you little naughty. Like that. Beautiful. Yeah, that could work. That could work quite nicely. There's almost a picnic bench here. I'm going to do that then. Didn't even notice that. So if I can maybe just make that a bit wider there instead. And have a picnic bench in that area. And that will kind of work out kind of nicely, won't it? I'm going to come out one more square. Just one. Just to get the balance right. Round about to there like that. Beautiful. Okay, well let me pick a fence. Now I did say I was going to go more traditional with the fence. But I saw this fence here from Harry's Harlocks collection. And it's really similar, so I'm going to wrap this in instead. I'm going to flop you to around about there. And it kind of cuts all the way down here. But I think what I'm going to do is just put in those last two pieces like this. So we don't get a big connection coming in. Then it destroys the terrain paint underneath. Yeah, okay. Do we have a matching fence with that? A gate, sorry. I don't know if we did. No, we didn't. But I think I can put this one here in and it will make do quite nicely. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. Yeah, I like that. So before we go away, I want to get in some soil. I'm going to plop in some soil. We're going to use this one here. Let's get that grid on again. And they've kind of got a hedge going up this way, so I'm going to do that. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is... I was going to wrap this in a fence as well, which I am going to do. But I don't know if I want to put a hedge like halfway. I might go a little bit further in and get the hedge started from there. And then this hedge can come all the way and kind of wrap in the back side of the building like that. Big old hedge coming through there. Lovely. And then a little garden plot here. I might just connect it into there. Okay. Go off on a creative whim. And that's always a good thing as well, loves. Make sure you go off on a lovely creative whim, whatever you're creating. Don't stick to things and stuff, you know. Okay, and then they've kind of got this lovely flower bed that kind of comes up around here, and it's all very neat, which I'm very much enjoying. So I'm going to wrap this to around about there. This is a bit bigger than what it is. Well, it's a lot bigger than what it is in the reference image, but again, creative whims, loves, you know. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself, and that's all that matters. And then what I'm gonna go across here as well with it. I'm going to wrap it there like that. And then we can have that all as flowers. And then the rest is going to be this lovely lawn. That's what I'm going to do. So before I do that, I do want to find the fence that I'm going to wrap around this whole build. And I think I'm going to go into the live edit and debug to do that. And I think I'm going to use this fence here from the Horse Ranch expansion. And I'm going to put it a little bit further in because there is some lovely flowers in front of it, which I'm going to try and copy across. My mistake, this is from high school years, not the Horse Ranch pack. I thought it was from the Horse Ranch, and it's not. And I might even do a little exit from this way as well. Might even wrap a bit of the gravel around so they've got access out through this way. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Now, I think that's going to work out quite nicely. Oh, I've just realised. I bet somebody else realised that before I did. There we go. Flap you into there. Yeah, that's going to work. And I think once this is like littered in landscaping and flowers, I'm going to get some pine trees on this lot, like these tall ones. I think it's going to pull it together a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do now. You're going to go over to a speed build format, and we're going to get this whole place landscaped looking glorious. And there we go. Some cheeky landscaping has been landscaped, darlings. So kind of went for a little bit of like a wildflower moment in these areas. And I think it's nice. It adds something lovely to this build. It really does. Also put the little like neat bunch of flowers that were in front of the reference image. And I think that looks smashing there. Put a hedge around here. And we also littered the place in very tall trees, just so it kind of snuggles this lot into the ground nicely. And I'm happy with it. I also added up a little bit of trellis onto this side and a satellite dish, because in the reference image, they actually did have one. And I was like, I want one of them. So we've put it right there. Yes, we have. Also a couple of drain pipes around. And I've pulled out a selection of beautiful things that we're going to start sort of detailing the front area up a little bit more. There are a few things I do want to add in. And I think where I'm going to add it is probably off to the side of this sauna here. A wood store. It would be important to have somewhere where you can store firewood. Especially in Sweden, in these kind of areas. So I do want to do that. First off, before we go back there, I need to do this first because it's annoying me and I can see it. I do want to get a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of terrain painting going on underneath of all of this back here. So I'm just going to use the kind of dappled grass moment and just smoothly just whiffle everything together like this, darlings. All around here as well. And I'm just going to go right up to the build itself. Do the same over this side. Just so it's got a little bit of detail back here. Yes. There we go. That's made me feel much better indeed. I also put a little bit of a pathway here. I'm not really a fan of how it doesn't connect here. So I think before we move on, I'm just going to connect in this side here as well. Just so it's got a little bit more of a moment there. Yeah. Don't really know what I want to add here just yet. Not too sure at all. So we'll get back to that in a little jiffy. So here we go. First things first, let's start here. I fought against putting a swing set in here. I tried a couple of them and I just didn't like the look of them. So instead, I'm going to use this here, which is from Max 20, part of their greenhouse collection. I'm going to flop this one. Just put it right up against the gate. So it's not necessarily, in fact, let's get it a bit further away because you would want to be able to swing, wouldn't you? So it's not necessarily a full swing, but there's some kind of swinging going on. Filth, first off. Anyway, so chimneys. I'm going to add one chimney on each and I'm going to put them in very specific areas. I think what I want to do is find out where this bedroom meets that bedroom, and it's around about there. So I'm going to add one there like this. And I'm going to do this kind of open concept fire in here as well. Not so much open concept, but kind of like you'd be able to use it on both sides. That's what I want to try and get from here. I don't know how we're going to achieve that, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Don't know where that came from, but there we go. I'm going to put that one there. And I think that's the perfect chimney for this area. Yes, it is indeed. Right, first things first, little bench. I think a bench would look nice in this space here because there's kind of a void of anything on this wall. So just adding in a simple bench off to the side there, looking at the wildflowers. I think that would look marvellous. I'm going to use this table in here. And I'm going to flop you to there and wrap some chairs all around you like this. Yeah, just a nice simple table so they can come out and sit out here. I think that'd be marvellous. I'm going to pop you around about that position like that. That's gorgeous. I'm going to get a couple of potted plants out here as well. I'm going to do one there and I'm going to size you down. Pop you over in the other corner like this. Just so we've got a little bit of detail just coming out here. Nothing too much is going to go out here, to be honest with you. I was thinking about putting some flower boxes up on these windows. And maybe even these. So let's see what we can find. Because I think that would look absolutely glorious. And I'm feeling it coming on today. Yeah, I'm going to use these ones here from the Love Struck. Just because they've just got green in. And I think it would look marvellous with all this white. So I'm going to put a couple there. Oh, I don't know if this is going to look too copy and paste, but I think it should be okay. It's going to be okay. Actually, I like it. So I'm going to do more over here as well. We're going to add some here. Maybe these can be like garden herbs, you know, like hardy herbs that can survive out in winter conditions. And they can come and pick them then. Oh, I'm vibing with that. Very much vibing with that indeed. And I did say picnic bench, but don't want to add the picnic bench in here. And I know there is 2 kind of dining areas, but I'm kind of feeling that maybe the sun lasts longer here or something. That's the storyline, as it is. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. So it's very simple, but it's Scandinavian, and Scandinavian design is very much like that. Beautiful, simple design. I love Scandi design. It's probably my favorite, without a doubt. So we are going to go ahead inside and make that apparent. We're going very Scandinavian and pale woods and very clean furniture. Almost contemporary, really. That's what I want to do, but I want to hit it with a little bit of rusticness. But that is the front. That is exactly how I wanted it to look. I think it looks really cute. Very happy with how that came out. Do want to add a couple of lights here and there out here maybe, but not so much everywhere all over this lot, just on the actual builds themselves. But we'll figure out what lighting we're going to use once we get to this part here. So first things first, I do want to get out a wood store, and I think what I'm going to use is that object from Get Together. And here it is. I think, do I want to size this up? Maybe I do actually. Let me see if I can size this up. Maybe just like a 1.2 and use 2 of them. I think that would suffice, wouldn't it? Oh, I like that. Yes, definitely doing that. So 1.2 for each of them. And then I reckon we can slot them together and make them kiss. Not that, but that. I'm going to put that in here and make sure that tile doesn't glitch through the top there. Oh, that's smashing as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that really goes nicely as well. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that indeed. I do feel like we need to maybe bring this gravel in a little bit more over on this side, just because it's just looking a little bit strange. Oh, also, I'm expecting a couple of deliveries within the next, well, I'm going to be recording for it. So if you hear a doorbell ring and a scattering of pulls, that is because I've got feet like a dog. No, it's because Daisy wants to go and see who's at the door. And I want to go and get my delivery. There we go. What a lovely story. I kind of want to try and squeeze in somewhere where I can grow a few bits. Oh, the only object that I can think that would look like a greenhouse and still fit in here is that one from Get Together. So hopefully I can make that work. Now I've had a thought, and I think we're going to do this together. It does mean I'm going to have to move things, but I think what I want to do is turn the actual sauna. Where's my door gone, please? Is it this way I need to turn it? Yes. I think I'm going to turn the sauna and put it around. I'm going to move it in even further, actually. Let's use this. It's much easier, isn't it? You, my darling, come over here. And I think I might be able to fit in this way over here. And without it skirting in too much into here. I don't mind if it is just vaguely touches it, but having it somewhere like that, just so they've got something, a bit of shelter that they can grow bits in, rather than putting in a full build there. I don't want to do a full greenhouse. I'm gonna vibe with that. I think we're vibing with it. I've decided. So everybody, get your vibes out because we're vibing. And I think what I want to do here is just again smooth in that area like that. Grab the little dappled earth. No, not you, darling. You all the way around like that. We've got the entrance to the sauna there now. Okay, yeah. And then it's still giving us enough space to be able to put these on the side as well, which is marvellous. Yeah, lovely big gap there. Gorgeous. And the same here as well. I think that's going to work out quite nicely. Oh, yes. Smashing. Absolutely smashing, that is. And we need stuff to be able to grow some fruit and veg. So, ooh, what about using these? Yes, because they've got kind of shelter on them as well. It would kind of make sense. Not really feeling that colorway, though. I want like a red. There we go. Red and white. Beautiful. If I can flop you to there. Can I fit 3 in here? I don't think I can. I think 2 is going to be the optimal sizing for here, isn't it? Yes. So, there we go. I'm going to whiffle you in and turn this one around on this side and get in a couple more here as well. Let me see what this is going to look like. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's going to work. Can we change the color of this? Can we go darker with this? Yeah, there we go. Let's go for a black one or even a white. What's the white look like? Actually, I'm going to stick with the white, just so it's not too dominating. Lovely. So at least I know what we're kind of doing with this area now. What I do need to do is pull out details and stuff to add around in this area. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. I've put some lights up. We've gone for these lanterny looking ones. And I also did one above the front door here. And then above the sauna, I'm going to add this one. Flop it up to around about there. Will that door still be able to open? It might smash that light. So let's move you up a little bit higher. There we go. Is that okay? You're fine. And I've thought about something with this sauna. What I'm going to do is just whiffle it up by one, like that. Get on a nice little fountain trim. It's not a fountain trim, is it, Aiden? You silly bum. I'm going to do, probably want to make it wood, actually. If we went for like a wood trim. Oh, that's a white wood. I don't want white wood. I want it like that, I think. Or even that. That's better. Yes, this one. This one here. And what I'm going to do is just bump it out and have a little bit of a moment with the sauna out here. Just me in the sauna. Not that. Not me in the sauna. This one here, I'm going to flop you to around about there. Do I want to get the wood out here? I think I do. I'm going to bring that same wood and bring that out here as well. Might even change the colour of that. I think I'm going to go slightly darker with it. A bit more of a paler tone. That's better. And do I want to put a fence up? I do, yes. I'm going to go for a fence around here as well. And I'm going to use the snowy escape one. And just wrap it in it to begin with. And just open up the middle like this. Yes. Because then what I want to do is probably add 2 chairs either side there. I think that's what I want to do. Over this side, we're going to flop in a little bench underneath of this window. And just a little flower pot just there. Just to keep things very simple. And we also need some welcome mats out the front. So one there. And I'm going to do another of the same there as well. And then up by the sauna itself, we're going to add in the bamboo looking rug, I think. Just flop you there like that. Oh, stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So it's very simple, but it's just filled up that space enough. I also just want to add in some plants into these areas here. Rather than going through and putting stuff to grow in here, I've decided to add plants in instead. Just so it looks really nice, to be honest. And you don't have to worry about growing things. You can add whatever you want in here. This build, once it gets on the gallery, it's all yours to do what you want with, you know? So make your choices as far as I'm concerned. Let's do a big one. Let's make sure it's not eating into that glass there, though. I won't fill all of them up. I'll just fill enough up like that. And just to finish off, I'm going to add in 2 chairs either side here. And I'm going to go for these ones. Just flop them either side. So after the sauna, you can come out and just cool down in the elements as far as I'm concerned. And that is it. It's very simple, but I think it works, you know? It just works. In the words of Todd Howard, it does indeed just work. I also changed where I'm going to be putting. I tried in here to try and put a fireplace in the middle, and it just looked a little bit weird. It was cutting off, and it just looked strange. Made this space not work properly. So what I'm going to do is just do a log burner, like a wood burner there. But I'm not going to change where the actual chimney is because I like where it is. So that's not believable, but I just think the chimney looks smashing there, so I'm not going to move it. But yeah, this is where we're going to make a start today. So I'm going to grab everything out for the kitchen. I think I'm going to put the kitchen around this position here, at the dining room here, and then this is going to be the small little living room nook, and then a bit of a sunroom with a couple of chairs in there. So I'm going to grab everything and we're going to pop it around together. And so here we go. We're going to make a start on the kitchen first, I think. So I'm going to use this kitchen counter from Harry and Felix. What's it called again? It's called Not Just Any Kitchen Counter. I just liked the kind of like white sides to them with the wooden top. I just thought it went really well with this kind of Scandi vibe that we're going to be getting across in here. I also put some tiles up on the wall as well. These are from Pierre Sim, I think. Fridge going there. I'm going to put a little bin down off to the side here. And then I'm going to use this oven from Felix's Chateau collection. Just wanted something a little bit more classic in here, and I think it goes nicely with the fridge as well. And we're going to bring this down even further. I'm going to take this quite far along, actually. Round about to here. I'm just thinking, because I did change this. This was a sink on this point here, so I'm wondering whether to keep it that long. I think that we should. It will be fine. And then what I did was have a little bit of an island moment now. Not an island with bar stools on. I didn't want any bar stools. But I wanted an island to have a nice sink on it. And also an area for them to kind of cook and stuff on as well. I think that's where I put it, around about there. Let me have a look. Maybe I even pulled it a little bit further across this way, actually. I think I met it up around about there like that. Yeah, I think that's going to work. That might move. That might change. What else did we do? We're going to make a start on this little corner over here, actually. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going for a little bit more of a rustic siding. This is from Felix as part of his rustic collection. It's the new one. I absolutely love it, and I just think it works well in here. It's very clean lined, and I want that. And then I'm going to use a mixture of a bench and some chairs over on this side here. We've got a nice little dining nook in this area. And still got a nice like flow through with the entrance here as well, which is what I want. And then I'm going to use this rug from Pierre Sim, flop it under there like that. Couple of pictures just for some decorations. I'm going to flop one around about there like that, and then I'm going to use this one and flop you around here like that. I think that's right. Yes. It's very plain, and this is exactly how I wanted this space to look. I really did. I am going to bring in another one of these lights, though. I've used one here. I think I should bring one here just to bring a bit of brightness into this room, a bit of warmth. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So behind the kitchen area, I'm going to do a shelf. I was going to do cupboards, but I just thought it looked a little bit too busy. So I've done a shelf instead with some bits and bobs on. And also a extractor for the oven itself. I'm going to put you at the height of the window like that. And you can obviously see with the windows, I've put the blinds from a winged llama in here as well. I didn't want to use curtains for some reason. Curtains would probably be a little bit more realistic, but for this space, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to use the organic window seat, but I'm going to push you in over there, bring you in too, and then we're going to get in these cushions. So I'm going to flop one to here, and then I'm going to do the lower level ones. Not all the way along, just maybe 2/3 of the way along. Let me just put that at a bit of an angle. There we go. Don't know if I want to keep them all in that tone. I mean, we could add a little bit of texture to them maybe, but I still want to keep it very kind of like devoid. Oh, I don't like that in here. Very devoid of any kind of like heavy patterns. I just don't feel it from this space, not at all. Maybe a little bit of checkered looks nice. I'm into that. Yeah, I'm into that. You can obviously have put beams across on the ceiling and stuff as well. And the same with the oh, where's my thing gone? How dare you move? No one told you to go outside. Get back in here. Not you, the other one. Come back in here at once. I've done a little like fireplace moment down here. I've just put some like stone on the floor and a little bit of brick in the background. And then down to the side of these, some firewood, and also some of those fire pokers as well. I'm going to flop down there like that. Lovely. Right, for sofas, we're going to, well, sofa, I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to put you around about there, because then what I did was have a little bit of a side table going on. Love this side table. This side table is from Pierre Sim, and it's part of his Combles collection. I just love the shape of this, and I love the size of it, and the fact that it's got some magazines underneath of it. I thought that was a lovely touch. We're going to use this little sheepskin rug. We're going to put it at a bit of a jaunty, and I'm going to bring in this circle dining table, and I'm going to put this just off to the side like that, so it kind of gives a flow through there, allows them to come in and light the fire as well, and it still looks nice. I'm going to move this a little bit more like that. Yes, that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Chairs. We've got 2 chairs coming in here. One of them are going to go and sit in the sunroom around about there, I'm going to say. You are going to come here. And then I'm going to do a side table with a lovely lamp upon it. Sorry. And then another circle rug. We're going to town on rugs in here, but I just think adding different rugs and textures just looks really nice. And I'm vibing with it. Still in the same colour palette though. Very neutral. Very Scandinavian. And this is a plant. I know, shocking. And I'm going to pop that in the sunroom itself, so it just kind of gives it that moment over there too. And that is how I decorated that area. I think it looks really nice. And I can imagine the smell of it in here. I always go on about smells with my builds for some reason. Very strange. But wood and maybe some kind of incense, that kind of vibe. That's what I imagine from here. But yeah, very nice indeed. Very gorgeous indeed. So to finish off this area, I want to do the bathroom and also what is going to be the boot room and entrance area. So let's do that. So one little area here that I wanted to fit in a bookcase. So this is the kind of entrance boot room, but I think I can make it work. So I'm going to pop you to there. It's already filled up with books. And then I'm going to use the same organic kind of window seat and slot that one just in to around about there, I think. Maybe even, no, that's fine. Yeah, round about to there. A little place to hang up all your stuff to keep you warm of a Swedish winter. That probably needs to come down a little bit more, actually. We'll bring you to around about there, like that. What else did I have down here? I had a little rug underneath of here, and then I put this runner rug just coming in from the door area, you know, and then I reckon they can put their boots and stuff up on the sides here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get some boots out and just flop them either side of this area here just to keep that clear. Very nice indeed. And then rather simply on this side here as well, I am going to put in a bathroom. So we're going to use, oh, that's the wrong way, Aiden. We're going to use this one here from Harry and Felix. I had to change the window because the window was here and it just wasn't working. So I've gone for a smaller open window here. The same over on this side here. And I've also furnished up this bathroom in here as well. So that's what we've done. Yes. Got a bath and shower. We've got a little sink that we're going to flop in there. And then I'm going to also plop a little toilet off to the side there as well. You can come in here, my love. Where is the little towel rail? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Good. Because we all know I end up leaving something floating somewhere. I'm going to put a towel rail in there. And I'm also going to pull out a little toilet roll. And we're going to flop a toilet roll around about there like that. And maybe even a little rug in here as well. Can I size that one down? I think that... Oh, actually, I'm going to use you instead. I'm going to size this one down and flop it just by the bath itself. I might even just shuffle this over a little bit more. Should be able to use that, but I'm just making sure that they can. Yeah. Yeah, there we go indeed. The main house, or the main kind of like living space, is complete. I think before we move on to this area here, what I would just want to do is put in a couple of wall lights into the sauna area because I've got no lighting in here whatsoever at the minute. And I'm going to use these here from Pierre's Sim. I never get to use these, but I think they will work in a sauna. If I did two on either side, it'll kind of give a nice glow off, won't it? Oh, I'm for that. Very nice indeed. So here we are into this area here. I've decided on making this room into a parent's bedroom, as in like a grandparent. So I think they live with their son or daughter in this main room here. So I'm going to make this into another kind of like double bedroom as well. So I'm going to get both of these all decorated, including this, and we are going to put it all around together. Okay, so the final two bedrooms coming right up. Let's start with Granny's room first. We're going to use this bed here, and I'm going to put a tiny little bit of soft colour into this room with an embroidered duvet. Using that one there from Felix's Chateau collection. Couple of side tables, each with a lamp on. I'm going to pop them either side here. You can obviously see I've put curtains everywhere. We're going to use this rug here, and I'm going to flop you into around about that position there. And then very simply, just a lovely little wardrobe over onto one side. With a rocking chair. Granny likes their rocking chair in her room. She comes in here to read, so I'm going to pop down a little side table with a candle on and a lovely little floral picture over on this side here. Then I'm going to use this one and flop it over on this side. Just very nice. Very clean, very Scandinavian. And I think Granny's going to be very happy in that room. Oh, yes, she is. Yes, she is indeed. And then to finish off the final room, so the main bedroom, I'm going to put the bed over in that position there. We're using a different bed. I'm going to go for a white bed linen there. Where are the side tables? There they are. I'm going to flop either one of these either side like this. And then over on this side here, I decided on putting this little trunk in this room with a plant on top of it. I did size the plant down. They should be able to get through there. I know where the bed is. Yeah, they should be able to. That's fine. If not, I can. In fact, what I could even do is maneuver the bed over just a little smidgen, just to make sure that they can get over into that area. But I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. Can we get that straight, please? Thank you. That was about as straight as me then. And then if I pull that one there, and then I'm going to do a very simple cabinet in here like this. A little dresser, very clean lines, with a little mirror over on that side there, and a bench underneath of the window area. And I did have a rug in here as well. We're going to use this one here from Plum Bob Tea Society, just for a bit of texture. Very simple rooms, but very nice as far as I'm concerned. And there we have it, my darlings. I did do the hallway as well. I just put up a rug in there and a little picture, and I think it works. But yes, this is my Google Earth Swedish home, and I think it's came together really nicely. So let's have a little look around, shall we? This is the front area. Lovely big lawn. Lots of lovely wildflowers coming through. You come up this way. Should we go that way first? No, we'll come out that way in a minute from the living area. You come in through the little courtyard area. They've got themselves a lovely sauna there. I did put down an axe as well with the firewood area. I just thought that made sense. All looking very nice, very perfect as far as I'm concerned. Something that they can grow something under as well. I put that there. That is the main house. We're going to start off with the sauna because it's the easiest. And it's a sauna. Oh, we're going to be painting that roof. I did forget to do that. I'm sure I did that. I did that everywhere else, maybe just not the sauna. So I'll make sure to do that, don't you worry. Let's go into the main house first. So you come in through the main door here into a boot room area where you can take your shoes off, derobe yourself of your snowy or wet clothes. It's got a nice little bookcase in there too. We do have a bathroom in this part as well. Full bath with everything that you're going to need. And then you come through this way. We got ourselves a lovely kitchen over on this side here. Beautiful. Got everything you're going to need in here too. A nice little dining room nook over on this side. And then a lovely little cozy living room area as well, with lots of seating, just in case if it's in the winter, you can sit there. If it's in the summer, you can sit there and watch the sun and read a book. It's all going on. And then it's got a lovely little sunroom in here as well, with a couple of chairs that leads out onto a little patio area with a lovely little patio table and chairs. Stunning. Beautiful job. Let's move ourselves over this way. We've got our trellis here. And then you come through into this door here, into the kind of bedroom wing, shall we say. Bathroom in here, pretty much like, well, exactly the same as the other one. And then you come through this way. We've got Granny's room in this side with her bed and her little rocking chair in the corner and her wardrobe. Beautiful. And then finally, we've got the main room itself. So beautiful little dresser and a nice little bed over on that side there. And there we bloody have it. Oh, I did like this. I did indeed. So we're still going to be in Europe. I'm not going to spoil as to where we're going to be next time. You're just going to have to wait for that, my darlings. But I am going to leave you here now. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow for some Let's Build the Worlds. Leave me some lovely comments down below and I will see you all then. Goodbye.